good. Have this road clear, open up. Yahoo! Well, good day to you folks. How's it going? It is plus 21 here in Fort McMurray this evening. It was a busy kind of day. I hope everyone had a great weekend and a great Canada Day today. Wherever you are. It was really hot here, and around 6 o'clock, peed down rain. Really, it was just drop after drop just falling. And it had thunder and lightning with it, and I'm hoping there were no forest fires. But it was good to get that rain, cooled things down a little bit. I'll never say no to rain, especially here in Fort McMurray. Oh my, it's another beautiful evening. Just absolutely gorgeous. I don't know what any news is this morning. I woke up and I was late going to bed, and actually I fell asleep in my armchair, which I do way too often. And then woke up when it was like 4 a.m. Sun was shining, and crawled up to bed, and didn't well, I didn't crawl, but you get the meaning. Made my way to bed anyway. Then my daughter came in and said, "Oh, I'm leaving for work now, Mom." I said, "Yeah, okay." And I was gonna get, oh, there's another Irish Wolfhound. Same as my poor Poopy. So anyway, I went and I finally got up. It was like 10:30. I was wanting to get up a lot earlier, but yeah, did it to myself. So pretty over here. This is Ermine Avenue or street, I'm not sure. Ermine. I always like it over here. It's nice. Till you get to around here, then there's always so much traffic here. Turn that corner. Yeah. Now we're on Wolverine Drive. I drive by here every once in a while, so my friend Hazel can see where she used to live. Hi, Hazel. I was hoping yesterday to have my little baby granddaughter come visit me for the day, but that didn't pan out. So, life is what it is, hey folks? I was up there about a week ago, or on Monday, I guess, Monday night. And she said, Grandma, I want to come to your house. Grandma, I want to come to your house. And she cried and she cried and she cried. She wanted to come to Grandma's house. And I said, well, Grandma, I got to work tomorrow. I'm working all week, but I'll be off Sunday. You can come then. So I thought I was going to have her, and no such luck. Her mom woke up with a bad back and said she wasn't feeling well enough to take her, and I was thinking to myself, all the more reason to come to Grandma's house, but it didn't work out that way. So no grandbaby. Anyway, folks, I wish everyone I hope everyone had a great Canada Day, and I hope you got to spend time with your families and friends and your parents. If you had a chance, spend some time with your moms and your dads. Oh, that's just wonderful. Don't forget about them, eh? You reared you up. And spouses, oh, just keep loving one another. No matter what goes on, just forgive one another. All the little small things. Because all those small things, if you don't forgive, eventually can end up with a big thing. And yeah, the devil just likes to get in our ears, right, and try to destroy our families today. So we have to hold on tight to our families. And he was really working overtime to do so. If you got a good friend this week, reach out to your friend. And as I say every day, don't forget to smile at someone and say hello to someone that you don't know. You could be the only sunshine in your day. And of course, your kids. Oh my gosh, not forgetting your kids. They go through so much, kids do today. It's not just, it's not anything like when, I mean, I'm 58. I don't care who knows it. I'm 58. And it's not like, you know, when we were kids growing up. Life was hard then. I'm not taking from it, because I know when I went through school, I went through lots of hard times in school. A lot of peer pressure. But that being said, it's a different world today, right? I mean, at least when we were going to school, you didn't have the government trying to shove drugs like fentanyl down your throats like they're trying to do here, especially in Canada, with kids, and then taking the younger ones into when you're in kindergarten, grade 1, 2, and stuff like that, and bringing drag queens into the classroom. It's just such bullpucky, right? So I'm encouraging parents all around. I mean, no matter where you live, you gotta stand up to that, right? Because it's horrible, and it should never be allowed. It's like a friend of mine, like I said before, in Athabasca, her grandkids were all upset because their teacher, who was or is or whatever, a lesbian, wanted to explain to her class, these are grade 3-year-olds or grade 3s, whatever, about her homosexual lifestyle. and what it meant. And I mean, I don't care. It's no place in the classroom for that. It's just, you know, if you want to live your life, you want to live that kind of a lifestyle, go and live it. But don't push it down everyone else's throat. And especially young, impressionable kids. You do not need it to do that. It's just, it's crazy how the world is going. It should never be allowed. And I think as parents, as people, you know, we got to come against that because it's just complete nastiness. Anyway, that's my rant for today. I wasn't meaning to get onto that about kids, but it's something that really, really bothers me so much. That kids have to go through what they're going through today. It's hard enough, you know, when you're having to deal with marriages that break up and your parents are divorced and you're pulled from one house to another house and you're always kind of having to pick, right? It's not fair to kids. It's not fair. And now to add all this stuff onto issues like that, kids are really like, I mean, you never ever heard so much stuff before with kids with all this ADHD and all this old stuff. You never ever heard it, only in the past 10, 15 years. And I think it's because of all the government pressures and all that they do. And I can remember actually when my kid was, when my son went to school, he was in, I guess it was kindergarten. Or grade 1. Something like that, kindergarten, grade 1. Well, the first of all, teacher, well, she had a hard time with him. He wasn't saucy or nothing like that, but I mean, the kid was used to going and getting what he wanted. If he wanted an apple from the fridge, he got up and he went and got an apple from the fridge. We didn't say, no, you couldn't have this or you couldn't have that. He was free to have what he wanted, right? And, oh my, they thought because he used to get up, oh, that was something else. And then he went and he had this other teacher in grade 1. Oh, she wanted to put on the pill, Ritalin. I told her, I said, no uncertain terms. I said, Mrs., I said, I'm going to tell you right now. I said, don't ever mention that about my kid again. Because I said, there's nothing wrong with him. He's a normal little boy. There's no way in heck he's going to go on that crap. I said, if you ever mention it again, I'll kick you to the other side, the friggin' moon. She never did mention it ever again. No one ever mentioned Ritalin or anything to me ever again. Because, I mean, it's pathetic. It's pathetic what teachers today, they just don't know how to handle kids. I mean, it's crazy. And they don't even have as many kids in the class as what I went to school with. I mean, I went to, it was maybe a 4-room schoolhouse when I first started school. And it was kindergarten, grade 1, 2, and 3 was in the one classroom. 4, 5, 6 was in another classroom. 7, 8, and 9 was in another classroom. and 10s and 11 was in another room. They were all connected with like a big double door or something that used to open up. Like they would kind of fold it, a folding door. And you know, the big kids looked after the little kids. There wasn't even so much as really a playground. We used to wander in the woods, like, you know. Now this was back in Newfoundland, back in the day, but so I tell you. But can you imagine? I mean, you have, okay, so kindergarten was a half day, but you still had grade 1, 2, 3, and 4. So you set one group of kids, you get them their work to do, then you went on with another one, and if you were teaching a class, like, you would set the other, I can remember the teacher setting the other kids to work, and then she would carry on with a lesson. And then she divided up the time like that, and she would, each class, I mean, had a row or 2 rows or whatever. I mean, these teachers knew how to teach. They didn't put up with no bullpucky from nobody. Helicopter flying over there. There you go. So I mean, if these teachers back then, they knew what to do. There was no computers, there was none of that old stuff. There was no such thing as even overheads. I mean, they just went and wrote on the board, right? And you know, when it was lunchtime, you went home for lunch. I mean, it was only a small community, but big enough. And we used to have the kids come, I think they used to come up from, no, that was just kids in Swift Current. When we moved to the new school, a couple of years later, we moved into a new building. And then we had kids coming from Garden Cove and North Harbor. And that was back in Newfoundland. So, and the teachers still had 2 and 3 different grades in their classrooms even then. So, yep, it was a different time than it is now. A different time, and kids really need our prayers, and we need to really be checking in on kids today, right? Anyway, folks, that's my rant for today. I thank everyone for listening in, and I hope everyone has a great evening, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. Have a wonderful day, and hopefully we'll see you in tomorrow's video, God willing. Good night, folks. Bye-bye.